Okay, so today was the student symposium, research symposium. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will be at the R Calling facility where we will have a community day where people will come with food trucks and we'll have all kinds of things, games for the family, music. It's going to be so incredible, absolutely incredible. And then Sunday, we have partnered with Friendship West here in Dallas where we will give information about the All of Us research program.
It's really important to have events like today where we all come together and we share information. So gathering information, educating each of us about what's going on and the available opportunities that are there can help us all do better.
So we were very, very strategic, and everything that we did is catered to the community. And so when it came down to this time, we said, okay, we are resilient. We have hung in there through COVID, through all of these things. And so we decided that we want to do something that's a little bit more lasting and to do the 3 C's, community, church, and college.
We are going to kick off this community tour with some movement.
The Rooted in Resilience Tour was birthed out of another initiative that we had. During that time, we asked all of our participants that came to our webinars that what are the things that you need? And mental health was the number one thing.
So understanding that right now there is such a large incidence of mental disease, I think is the first thing, because I think people blame themselves, right? They blame themselves for the fact that they feel anxious or feel depressed, and it is a factor of what's going on in our community.
So my biggest takeaway today was understanding that it's okay not to be okay. I think oftentimes we look okay, but we're not physically okay. So I think that was so important for me to hear from the older women to say, hey, it's okay not to be okay.
And though I was moderating the conversation, I was able to still learn some things and hear some things from different perspectives. You know, how to be there for someone that's younger than you, or how to show up and be proactive for family members, or even just today's conversation of how Paul Quinn shows up for their students here on campus, to me is just tremendous.
Everybody has a different journey in life, and how you get there is how you get there. So even though I'm a year and a half delayed on starting this journey, I still started this journey, and that's what mattered.
You know, anxiety and depression are 2 separate things. Now, what is some of the beginning steps for someone when they're trying to overcome these obstacles?
So one of the first things that you can do when you've been diagnosed with anything is do your research. You're not going to have research for the program that we have today. Go talk to your family members. A lot of times when you're diagnosed with something, you think you're the only person that's going through that.
And I don't think there's nothing worse in this world than to leave cage, not to feel free to be yourself.
I was able to be involved with today's event through a mutual friend, and where she heard me do the interview before, like this kind of concept, and we were able to bring it to life here for the Rooted in Resilience program.
And I can't tell you how thrilled I am that we are partnering with the Black Greek Letters Consortium and our wonderful partner Friendship West to host a really important and exciting program for African American History Month, the Rooted in Resilience program.
So I'm out here supporting the effort today and making certain that all of us come together. I mean, you think about it, if we can get the Divine Nine to come together and do this as well as other activities, we make our community a better community.
I'm excited to have this in our city. The fact that our Greek-led organizations all come together for a common purpose is really exciting.
We've been a part of the All of Us research program for 5 years now, and it's hosted by the National Institutes of Health. And so they came to the Greek, all the Greek presidents of the National Panhellenic Council. We said yes, and so we enjoy partnering with them. It's a wonderful partnership.
So I think we have to continue to teach our people to say, I don't like how this is doing me. Can we find something else? We have to continue to advocate for ourselves, because if we don't, who is? So I think that's what's important. Advocate for you. You know your body any better than anybody else.
So precision medicine is really important, because a lot of times when we go to the doctors, it's guessing. So, but they're trying to see what works best for us, kind of trial and error. And it'd be great, based off of our genes, to know exactly what works from the beginning. So there's not that guessing and trial and error information there. We're able to get a more precision aspect of what goes on, because a lot of it has to do with our genes.
We've got to make certain we're involved in the research in order to get cures, if necessary, for African Americans. You take diabetes, you take hypertension, and the proportion of the population of African Americans and Hispanics, frankly, there are a lot of other types of diseases that we need to make certain that are unique to us, that we need to make certain we develop treatments for, and we can't do that unless we're involved in the research.
People are more likely to understand and be compliant with, and more important, build trust with researchers, providers, and even faculty that reflect the lived experience of the person delivering the message.
We as a community need to understand more about precision medicine and have medicine really make a difference and be impactful and meaningful to us. And the way that one can do that is by having medicine that isn't just generalized.
And then the really good thing that I like about all of us is that it follows a person for 10 years. So we're able to see them as they evolve, as they get older, as they change environments, which is really cool, as they get healthy, stay sick, try different medications. So it's nice to see how they evolve and what works best for them.
My hope and my prayer is that there are some students in the audience today that hears both my stories, hears the opportunities that exist in all of us research database, and that they say, I don't just want to sign up as a participant, but I want to become a researcher. I want to be the one to ask them the questions. I want to be the one that's going to be developing interventions, treatments, and cures that can begin to address disparities that plague African American communities disproportionately.
What I would like to say is, sis, if you missed it today, that's okay, because you are still resilient, but make sure that you take the time out to take care of your mental health. Make sure that you take time to think, to breathe. Make sure you scan the QR code, get your time in. It's easy to say, oh, I missed it, I'm not going to go back. No, you need to go back and rewatch it and get those tips and tools that can potentially help you be a better person and take care of your mental health.
We can now direct our own destiny and be able to be not only part of the conversation, but we can be part of the solution and the answers to what we need, not what they think we need. And so I think these projects are really important for us to continue to push the boundaries of research and to be included in the solution so that we are not all left behind.
The All of Us research program in BGLC are here to ensure that communities historically underrepresented, like many Black and Brown communities, are included in healthcare studies for treatment and cures. So we invite you to join us in advocating for equal treatment and healthcare for yourself, your family, and your community.